Good morning. So, your money mission tip of the day today is one tip to help you save thousands on a home purchase. And this is using what we refer to as the price to rent ratio. What's the price to rent ratio? If I take the price of a home and I divide it by the annual cost of renting that home, and that number is 15 or less, that means that you're actually getting a fair price or a decent price for the home. It could be a good deal. Now, this is just a starting point. This doesn't mean you should buy the house because there may be other issues. This could be either a home that you live in or an investment property. So let me give you an example. If I was going to buy a house for $100,000 and the monthly rent was $1,000 a month, what you do is you take that monthly rent and you multiply it by 12, right, for a full year, and then you would take that 100,000 and divide it by the 12,000. So 100,000 divided by 12,000, is around eight and a third or eight and a half. That actually would be a good purchase. So that's an example of a good purchase that you could make, at least a starting point when it comes to the numbers. And if it's higher than that, if it's higher than 15, then that's an indication that you may not be getting as good a deal. Now, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy the house. This is just a good starting point for you to determine whether or not it is either a good residence or a good investment, whether or not you're getting a fair price. Now, please post a question or a comment. Send me a private message if you want to talk about it privately. Real estate differs from one city to the next. There are some cities that have very low price to rent ratio and others that have very high. Like, for instance, on the East Coast, Baltimore and Philadelphia have very low price to rent ratios. They're under 15 on average. Now, you got to look at an individual property, but California and where I live, Washington, D.C., are much higher. They're usually in the 20s and in some cases even in the 30s. So make sure that you're looking at your city and then also looking at the individual property. So again, please post a question if you have one. And until next time, I wish you unlimited success.